please, like, don't do what you think you should do. Do what you love. Like, that's what you're going to be most successful at. So that's how I ended up picking Chinese.
Oh, well, it's lucky you liked it. That's
Thank goodness.
good.
It was really hard. I mean, I was the only non-Chinese person in the major.
No. That's
Yeah,
so funny. I
yeah.
didn't realize that people would like major
I-
in their own.
Well, think about it. Like a
Yeah.
lot of them were heritage speakers who
Oh.
like I didn't even know how to say hello when I first went into class, and I
Yeah.
went right before the wave. Like now, it's really cool to study Chinese,
Yeah.
but when I started, it was like
It was
right
like
a
the.
year before. Yeah, it was like right
Yeah.
before, and all the students would like we sit down in class, and the teacher was like, "Okay, so tell me your Chinese experience," and like people are going around the table, and someone's like, "I can speak it, but I can't read it." I was like, "Are you
Okay.
kidding me?
Yeah.
Come on." And I'm like, "I like chow mein." Like I think that's what I
Yeah,
said,
like I
and
went to this restaurant in LA. Yeah.
so I was really
Oh,
behind, but that was a good thing because I was with people who loved their heritage and were
that's kind of cool.
so, yeah, and were so passionate. And
Yeah.
also, it
It
made
gives
me
it
get really fluent.
context.
Yeah.
Oh,
It,
that's true because you would speak with these people who were like native.
yeah. Like they
Hey.
totally could speak and read and all that. So I was behind, and that was a good thing.
Okay. That's good.
So,
Very good. And then let's see. I was reading your article, Secret Bitches. I don't know if I'm
oh,
allowed to say that. I actually
uh,
don't know if. Well, that's okay. I'm saying. Actually, you know what? I'm making the decision right now that we're not going to censor this show because I think it's important to talk frankly about all the issues.
I
And
would agree.
if that means certain curse words, then that's what it means. But anyway, so I was reading your article
Uh huh.
and I totally identified, like not identified with being a secret bitch. Very interesting
Yeah,
article,
that
by
would
the
be
way.
bad.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no.
You're like, I'm a secret bitch. So,
Yeah, funny thing. Found myself. No, but I highly recommend reading it for anyone watching.
it's a secret bitch, by the way, is a female or overly feminized male, either one,
Mhm.
who acts extremely nice in person but says mean things behind your back.
Exactly. And she lists all these different categories of secret bitches that are very specific and very surprisingly accurate. Like,
Thank you.
totally, I don't know, it rang bells with each one.
Oh,
Um,
good.
so, and I know this is kind of not PC to say, but personally, I'm from Northern California, and I have a certain stereotype of Los Angeles, and it's kind of one of maybe less genuine interaction than Northern California, and
Hmm.
it totally could not be true, but just from kind of empirical whatever, that's my impression. How do you feel about that? Do you think that
Yeah.
how was growing up in Los Angeles?
It's funny that you asked that question. One of the
Mhm.
reasons why I wrote this article was
Mhm.
because I moved back to Los Angeles after Emory.
Uh-huh.
And I had like 6,000 friends on Facebook or something like that. I was
Oh
one of like the
gosh.
first 2,000 people on Facebook. So I was like,
Wow.
it's going to be
Cool.
great. I'm going to go home and I'm going to have
Mhm.
all these friends and all my girlfriends are going to be
Yeah.
there. And I didn't. Like I came back to
Wow.
LA and I realized that a lot of the girls either I went to high school with were totally different than what I remembered. And I could not make girlfriends here for the life of me. And
Yeah.
like it's actually a very current problem. I say I couldn't, but like it's actually one of the major reasons I'm considering. I'm doing a lot of traveling in the next few months.
Yeah.
Like one of the major reasons is actually because I have trouble finding women who
Mhm.
are just open-minded.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily that they're all bitches. It's like it's
But
kind
it's
of what
just
you said. It's kind of what you said about like the open-mindedness, about
mhm.
wanting to, me saying to them, I want to go take acro yoga. It's like an
Yeah.
acrobatic yoga. Just
That's
because, like,
awesome.
why not?
Yeah.
Girls are like, why? Why would you want
Oh.
to do that?
It's like a
And so,
little bit. Yeah.
yeah. So that has been really hard for me. And I would
Mhm.
agree with you that in Los Angeles, I actually feel worse for the men here than the women. Because the men here, I
Okay.
have like all these great guy friends, and
Yeah.
they so want to meet 20-year-olds. They want to meet nice girls, and there
Yeah.
aren't very many.
Yeah.
There are
That's
not very
kind of
many.
no, I when I was in France, I was one of my best friends there was a girl from Los Angeles, and I got the impression just from stories she was telling that it was kind of
Yes.
like I mean, but what and then speaking of like your personal life, how does that affect what you write and are there particular issues that you're less inclined or more inclined to write about because how sensitive you are to them?
That's a good question. I would
Hard.
say that my personal life, no, it's okay. It's good. I would say that my personal life greatly affects what I write on my blog. The
Yeah.
Secret Bitch post was specifically from a bitchy experience that I had.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had, well, first, people always think that I'm bitchy. Like I look
Oh.
bitchy. And then they start talking to me and they realize I'm hopefully not bitchy.
Yeah.
But like someone, I think at the beginning of the article, I say like someone came out to me and I was talking to them at a conference. She was like, "You're so not as bitchy as you look." And I was like, "Thank
Gosh.
you."
Yeah. Okay.
you know? So that
Backhanded
happens.
compliment.
Yeah, right. So I was like, thank you. So that happened. And then I have one of the terms that one of the categories is a face bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very familiar with those.
Oh, yeah.
Very,
Yeah.
very
And they're
familiar.
like, they make these comments that like seem really nice, but are really not nice at all. Like, you look
Very
so
sneaky.
much better in this picture than your profile picture. You're
Oh,
like,
yeah, about that. No,
you're like face bitch,
yeah,
face
yeah,
bitch.
exactly.
So
So familiar with that.
so that had actually happened on Facebook where, because I mean, my Facebook is, it's very, weird. My Twitter is, and my Facebook are business and personal. I have
Oh,
my best
yeah.
friends on there, but I also
That's
have like,
hard
mommy
to.
bloggers who follow me.
Yeah, wow. Ooh, that must be a delicate line to kind of
Yeah,
walk on.
it's a hard line to walk, but it's also really good because it's a constant reminder of the fact that whatever you put online could be that public.
It's true.
Like
That's a
when I
very
talk
good
to
point.
like 12-year-old girls, I do like presentations for like 3rd through 12th grade girls and
Oh,
boys.
cool.
And like I'll say to them, you can look at my Facebook page and I always have to think about, would I want my old math teacher to see this?
Yeah.
Like, that's my litmus test. Would Dr. Davis be uncomfortable if he saw this?
Yeah, which is probably often, yeah.
Which is a good, a really good litmus test, and it makes
Yeah.
me take things down and put things up. And so they always laugh. They always kind of laugh at that. And I say, but it's a really good thing to
But
know
it's
because
true.
you don't know. You don't know what if he's a friend of one of your friends.
Yeah,
Or like,
exactly. Well,
yeah.
I know I show my parents, I'll be talking about like some party and I'll be like, because I'm really, really close with my mom. I'm
Okay.
so lucky. And so I'll show her, like, this is kind of bad, but I'll show her pictures of parties or
Yeah.
I'll show her
Yeah.
little things that, normally.
I don't think that's bad. I think that's really
Yeah,
good.
yeah. But it's like you do have to be careful because I am closer to her than some of these really distant friendships that I have, and so
Mhm.
these kids have to make sure that it's not it's like you don't
Yeah.
you never
That could
know
be
and stuff
bad.
like that.
Like, what
Yeah.
if, and also, like, especially, there's all these news cases right now where, like, kids are holding the Solo cups, those red cups in the
Oh yeah, yeah,
background.
yeah.
And, like, schools are like, oh my gosh, is
The
there
red
alcohol in those
cups.
cups? And
Yeah.
people are like, no, it's just lemonade or whatever
Yeah.
it is. You have to be really careful because, like, what if you and your friends are like, yay, like, we're
Yeah.
awesome. And then, like, someone in the back is, like, smoking a
It's
joint,
like,
you know?
exactly.
What are you going
The
to do?
weird background kids that aren't necessarily.
Right. And like
It's
they have no
true.
idea. And your mom is in that position where she's like, oh, look, I have this really delicate position
Yeah.
of, do I tell their parents or do I break my daughter's trust?
Yeah.
Or is there that in between line? And so
Yeah.
blending the personal and the blog is a big deal, especially because we have like weird segments of readers. We have teenagers who read the teen articles. Like we
Yeah.
have an article we just came out with on like cheating in schools.
Oh.
Like I joke, but it's not a joke about how there's like the professional cheater, like the person
Yeah.
who's like, I can do it just because I can,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
try to do the weirdest things. And there's the girl who's like, I cheat because I deserve it,
Yeah.
And there's all these different types of cheaters. I'm very
they
big on different
totally are.
types.
Well, it
So-
usually works too very well.
Yeah,
I
thanks.
know.
So
It's just, Mhm.
it's like the secret bitches.
Yeah.
And so like, in that case, I always, I that's because I heard something in real life about the
Yeah.
cheating. You know what I mean? And so when I post things, I have to be careful. So we have the teens who read it,
Mhm.
and we also have the parents who read it, and then we also have like teachers, and then we have a small group of readers who are 20-something and teen entrepreneurs who read it,
Okay.
follow the progress of like, how do you start a blog? Like I have a company, and we have
Yeah.
employees now. What was it like? I posted about what it was like to try to figure out what the contract was for my first employee.
Oh gosh, that's,
Like I have like a business book for dummies where like I literally
Yeah.
read like like
learning the
how do
basics.
I file this tax income,
Yeah.
so we have people who read it to
So it's
see
all these
what it's like.
categories. Yeah.
yeah, what it's like for an entrepreneur, because I'm really bootstrapping. You know,